Yo, what is going on, T Squad? It is your boy T here, man, and we are back with a brand new video. In today's video, probably one of the most waited for, anticipated videos that I've had on my channel since I ever started reacting to the PBA. My 15-man PBA Dream Team. Now, when I first started this, I was probably only going to have like 10 to like 12 players, you know, like I guess a normal squad, I guess you could say, because every team I've played for, like we've always had like either like 10 to like 12 players on the team. But I was like, there's just so many good players to pick from the PBA that only picking 12 was going to be literally impossible. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it 15, make it a little bit easier. It was still difficult to come out with all these players that I came up with, but we did it. Okay, we came through, we did it, and I'm just so glad it's over. And saying that, if you guys would like to see me do this with non-current PBA players, let me know in the comments, man, and I'll get that going for you guys. It might take a little bit longer, just because, you know, finding all like the old school players, their stats and stuff like that. Because in this video, man, I've got players, I've got stats, you know, like their best career stats, and for some of them I have why I have them. Some should be obvious why they're in my team, but some players I have like a reason why I picked them. So I mean, it should be a fun video, man. I'm actually really excited for this video. I know a lot of you guys are too. So coming into my community post, man, if you guys saw, I was like, yo, whoever can guess my team exactly correctly, exact player for player, I'll give you a shout out on any of your social media on YouTube, etc, etc, if you get every single player right. Now, I was scrolling through, and you know, some people, you know, maybe like 4, maybe 5 players off. There was there was one guy on here who like everybody had on his list, and I didn't even like consider him on my team. So I put him in the honorable mentions. You guys will figure out who that is as you guys watch further along this video. But he was in like legit everybody's list, and I was like, did I make a mistake? And I was like, I don't know. So you guys have to let me know if you guys think I should have put him over somebody else, because he is on my like 15-man team, but he's in my honorable mentions along with a few other players who I feel like deserve to be on the team but just didn't make the cut. But for the most part, everybody was like legit 4 to 5 people off of my team. But there was one person that I found. He had every single person that I had except for one. Okay, now Stanley Pringle is the one he put on the list that isn't on my list. He's in my honorable mentions. Okay, Stanley Pringle was the only player he got wrong. I'm gonna say his name. His name is ICs. Okay, he got every single player correctly, except for Stanley Pringle. I was like, as I was reading through it, I was like, oh my god, like he's about to get it. Like, how the fuck did he figure this out? Then I went to the last name, and I was like, oh, so close, man, so close. I was so upset, man. So I don't know, do you guys feel like I should give him a shout out? I mean, because he was the only one who actually came close to getting it correctly. What do you guys think, T Squad? Let me know down in the comments below if he's deserving of a shout out. I feel like he is, but I did say you have to get every single name right. But I mean, like some of you guys said, like that's like winning the lottery, like that's so impossible, like that's hard. I was like, well, I mean, it is hard. Like, you know, I don't want it to be like, you know, just guess kind of some players. I wanted to see how many people knew, you know, how well they knew me and the players that I like, and he was the closest. Not saying he was the only one who was close. Like some people were like 2 names wrong, like, you know. So the T Squad really love me, man. But yeah, man, so without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into this video. I'm gonna have like myself like in the bottom of the corner with players behind me with their stats on the screen. So yeah, it should be a fun video. So I hope you guys are excited for this video. T Squad 15-man PBA Dream Team from your boy T. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna get this person out the way because everybody knows that he is on my squad. If you did not know that I would be picking him on my squad, what are you doing? Do you know me? Do you know the T Squad? Everybody in the T Squad knows that Terrence Romeo is my favorite PBA player by far. Okay, that's why he is going to be on my list. I even had him at number 1 on my list. Like, he was the first person I was putting down, like, no matter what. And just to name some career stats for him, he averaged 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds throughout of his career so far. That's pretty impressive, man. That's pretty impressive. You know, regardless of everybody being like, he's a chemistry killer. I'm not going too deep into it like that, okay? So, Terrence Romeo is on the squad. Next person we have on the squad is Mr. James Yap himself. Why? Because it's fucking James Yap. Like, what? He's one of the OGs, okay? Now, I love watching him play. He is so good. He doesn't look like a ball player, but he goes out there and he will bust your ass. His career stats are 11 points, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds per game. Now, not the most insane stats, okay? Obviously, you know, some seasons are better than others, but when they average all together, that's, you know, where stats are lining up to. But yeah, man, he's just one of the OGs. Like, you gotta have him on your squad. He can give you buckets, okay? He can give you buckets. Next up, we have Kiefer. Now, when people in the comments, they were like Ravenna, I wasn't sure they're talking about Kiefer or 30, but we'll just say Kiefer just because. But yeah, Kiefer is by far one of my favorite players on the PBA. Kid is nasty fucking raw as fuck. Like, #1 overall pick. Dude is crazy. Now, he didn't have any career stats for the PBA just yet, because I'm pretty sure he's only played 1 season with them so far, going on #2, I'm pretty sure. But his stats for his UAAP seasons all combined are 21.25 points per game. He's dropping 21 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal per game. Insane stats, man. So you know your boy Kiefer had to be on my list. Next on the list, we have Mr. Lethal Weapon, Paul Lee. Now, Paul Lee, I wouldn't say most people would be like, yo, he's like an insane, crazy player. But Paul Lee is low-key a young god. He will pop off at any point in the game and give you buckets. You need him to drop, you know, 15 points. All right, he'll go out and do it. Crazy 3-ball, crazy stroke, pause. Like, just an overall player. Like, he is somebody I would definitely have in my team, averaging 12 points and 3 assists and 0.9 steals a game. Like I said, he's not going out there to be like the best player on the team. He's going out there to help his team get W's, and with a stat line like that over his whole PBA career, yeah, you're on the team. Next up on my team, we have Mr. Scotty Thompson. Now, I have him on my team because he has got crazy hustle. Okay, there's 2 people on my list who have insane hustle. You know, combine them together, like, that's got to be deadly, but we'll get to him later. But Mr. Scotty Thompson right now, insane hustle. He averaging what is it? 6 rebounds a game, 4 assists per game, and like 0.5 steals a game. 6 rebounds and 4 assists throughout of his whole career a game. Yeah, sure, he ain't dropping, you know, like 20 points a game, but yo, for somebody his height in the league, excuse me, somebody his height in the league, averaging 6 and 4, that's impressive, man. He's gonna out rebound, he's gonna out hustle, he's gonna do everything he can to make sure his team wins, and that's what I need on my team right there. Somebody like Scotty Thompson with that amount of hustle and drive to make his team win. Like, come on. That's easy. That's easy, baby. That's easy. Next up on my list, we have Stan Hardinger, who's averaging 16.6 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. 16 and 9. He's damn near averaging a double-double his career. Now, these aren't PBA stats. These are can't remember what career stats these were, where they were from, but stat line like that, like, you're gonna have to be on my team. Plus, he is a big boy. He is strong. Like, he can play inside and outside. So as a power forward, I'm pretty sure as a power forward, to be able to bring your player from like inside the paint to bring him out to the 3-point line, that's just clearing up so much more space in the middle of the paint. Like, somebody on my team who can do that, who can just create space like that, not only for himself but for other players, definitely on the squad. So Stan Hardinger, you're on the team. Next up, this is a pretty obvious one. We got Japeth on my squad. Japeth, you know, one of my all-time favorite PBA players. Ever since I started reacting to PBA, he's been one of my favorites to react to. He's so exciting to watch. He's tall, you know, as I've watched over the years, you know, like different highlights, it seems like he's become like a better, like, all-around player. Like, he's actually like got a jump shot now, you know what I'm saying? So like, he's like not as strong, no disrespect, not as strong Stan Hardinger, who can, you know, play inside, pull the player outside, create space, you know, do all of that stuff. So having players like that on my team who can do that as big men, like, are so like vital to me to have on my squad. So Japeth, you're on the team. Next up on my team, we have one of the most, if not the best, defender in the PBA. Now, that's open, you know, for discussion, debates right there, you know what I'm saying? You know, he might not be to some people. To me, he's probably one of the greatest defenders, one of the greatest defenders, and that is Chris Ross. Now, he's averaging 7 points per game. Not the greatest, but, you know, but he's 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Now, some people might be like, well, you know, I can find other players who can play good defense and get better stats than that. No, I don't want good defense. I want great defense. Defense wins championships, and Chris Ross is going to go out there and lock you the fuck up, okay? He's going to lock you up, play like the most like in your face defense. He's not gonna like give you a second to breathe, and I need that. I need players that are just in your face defense non-stop, and Chris Ross is gonna give me that. That's why he would be on my team. Next up on my list, we have one of the Splash Bros. I bet everybody was like, what the fuck, you have Klay Thompson, you have Steph Curry? No, Marcio Lassiter. Okay, Marcio Lassiter is definitely one of the wettest shooters in the PBA that I've seen. Okay, one of the. He's going to go out there, he's going to drain threes. If you give him like the tiniest bit of space, he's going to make you pay for it. Marcio Lassiter is coming in with about 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Not the most insane stats, but like I said, when he catches fire, he catches fire. Now keep in mind, these stats right here, even though you like some people are like 12 points, like, well, that's trash. Like, these are like career stats, you know what I'm saying? Like, some seasons they could average like 15 to 20 points a game, and in other seasons, you know, 10. Like, it's basketball, man. You know, not every season, unless you're like one of the greatest, LeBron, you're going to be averaging a double-double, triple-double like every game. Like, it's just not going to happen for some people. So some of these stats, man, even though they don't look the greatest, like, they're pretty decent stats, man. They're pretty good players, which is why, you know, majority of them that I've said are on my team. Well, not majority, all of them are on my team. I'm sorry if my face is like red. I've got like really bad allergies today, and some people are like, oh, what you smoking on? No, I've got really bad allergies today. That's why my nose and like eyes all puffy and shit. But yeah, next up. Now this was a bit of a hard one for me. Okay, this was a bit of a hard one because he's technically not in the PBA at the moment, but I was reading that this season, about in April, he's going to be coming to the PBA. I think he was going to the Road Warriors. I think that's who I was reading he was going to. We're talking about Blatch here, by the way. He's not in the PBA exactly, but I was reading that he's going to be coming into the PBA this year. So I put him on my team. Now, I don't know if you guys will accept that. Even if you don't, too bad he's on my team. But his stats, now I'm not going to pronounce this, Zhang stats, I'm sorry, whatever team he was playing for in overseas, his career stats were 25 fucking points, 4 assists, and 1 block per game. And I like, do we really need to talk about why he would be on my team? Just go watch Kazakhstan game. He can do that. He can do that. He can go out there and just destroy your whole team. He can do that. He can do that. He's on my team. Like, what the fuck? Alrighty, we are down to the last 5 players that I have on my list. Now, the next one, we all know who it is. The Kraken, Jamal Fajardo. He's on my team. Now, his stats blew me away. Okay. Now, back when I first started reacting to Jamal Fajardo, I wasn't sold on him. Okay, I wasn't sold just because he reminded me of like a Tim Duncan player. Tim Duncan, even though he's an amazing player, like, he's just not exciting to watch. Okay, just personally for me, he's just not an exciting player to watch, and that's why I found Jumma at the start. But the more I watched Jumma, the more like I started to appreciate his simpleness of his game and how effective it was. He averaging over his career 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 block. He's averaging a double-double. Only player on this list to be doing that. Only player on this list to be averaging a double-double in his entire career. God damn, excuse me. That's insane. Like, he was going to be on my team regardless, but just seeing those stats of him averaging a double-double, like, my respect for him has just gone up that much more, seeing just how effective he actually is on a team. So Jamal Fajardo. I was thinking of James Harden in my head when I said that. Jamal Fajardo, the Kraken. Yo, I team Jamal Fajardo. Next up, we have arguably the best point guard in the PBA to this day, and that's Jason Castro. Jason Castro coming in with 17 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal per game. Like, what is a PBA top team list without Castro on it? Like, what? Castro is one of the fucking best players for his size. Not even for his, just one of the best point guards in the league. His IQ is there. He can get to the bucket. He can draw fouls. He can get us, like, he's just all around just like that great of a player. Now, I know a lot of you guys will be like, well, why wouldn't you put him over Romeo? Whoa, slow down now, buddy. Okay, I like Castro, but Romeo's a swag god. Okay, Romeo just out, like, not only basketball, just overall, is just such a more appealing person and player to me. That's why, you know, I prefer Romeo over Castro, but Castro is right up there with him. To some of you guys, Castro is even better than Romeo, and I'm not even mad at that. Like, you know, I can understand that. So you know, it is what it is. Now we have another player right here, as you guys can see behind me. We have Matthew Wright, another guaranteed bucket. He's averaging 16 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now that is a nasty career stat line right there. I'm sorry, but that's a good fucking 16, 6, and 3 for your career. Like, he's a guaranteed bucket. He's just like Lassiter. Like, you leave him open, you give him the time of day, and he's gonna make you feel he's gonna make you feel it. Like, you're gonna regret not playing some defense on him. So Matthew Wright, insane player, you're on the team. Now this next person that I have right here, the reason why I picked Kelvin Abueva is because he is another hustler. Him and Thompson, like, together, them on the same team, the amount of hustle that they're going to bring to the team, great defense is y'all gonna like, it's gonna be difficult to play with both of them on the team because they both great defenders, both got great hustle. It's just like when one comes off the court, you know, subs, whatever, it's like nothing's lost. It's just the constant hustle, intensity, and defense is just gonna always be there. And it's just, as like an opposing team, like, that's gonna get annoying. Having two players that are like continuously rotating out for each other, giving you that amount of hustle and energy for the full game, like, that's draining. So I had to put Abueva on the team. His stats, if anybody wants to know, is 12 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal. Nasty, absolutely nasty. Okay, now this one was a bit difficult. Now he was in my honorable mentions, along with, I have 5 people in my honorable mentions. He was one of them in there, and it was so hard to decide. I was like, I need one more person from these guys to put in. Now, when you guys see my honorable mentions, you guys are obviously going to feel like some of those players should have been in this list here, and I agree with that. You know, this list can really go either way with the players, you know, that I have on this list and in my honorable mentions. Like, some of them could easily be swapped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just think of the honorable mentions as reserves. Okay, we'll just have these as reserve players. Okay, not honorable mentions, because these guys deserve to be on my team. It's just I had so many players on this lineup that I just feel like just had that step over some of the players that I have in my reserves. So person that I have at number 15 is Gabe Norwood. Okay, he's averaging 7 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. And the reason why I picked him is that he's just another elite defender. He's long, he's tall, he's like, okay, this is a bit of a reach, but he's like a KD kind of body. You know, he's long, you know, he's going to be in your face, you know, he's going to contest shots, going to make shots difficult. And on my team, I need defensive players on my team. I need a solid deep defensive squad, because even though we can go out there and drop, you know, buckets as a squad, I need to be able to do that, get back and stop the other team from doing the same thing to us. So I need defenders on my team, and I feel like Gabe Norwood is a good defender, which is why I put him on my team. Alright, well, there you guys have it, man. That is my 15-man PBA Dream Team. Like I said, this was not easy. I know a lot of you guys, when you guys are hearing some of these names, are like, what the fuck is wrong with you picking these players? I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, man. I really feel like this team right here, these 15 players, could go out there and win championships with ease. Like, I just don't feel like this team could be stopped. Now, to just mention my honorable mentions real quick. Now, this is where you guys are gonna freak shit when you guys hear some of my honorable mentions. Reserves. We have Pingris. We have LA. We have Pagoi. Now, Pagoi was the one that everybody had on their list that I didn't put on my list. Okay, he was just gonna be in my reserves no matter what. But the amount of people I see putting Pagoi on their list, I was like, yo, did I make a mistake? Like, should I have added him in? If I was to add Pagoi in over somebody, I honestly feel like I'd probably add him in over... I would probably put Pagoi in over either... I'll probably put him in over... either Abueva or Norwood. I'll probably put Pagoi in over either Abueva or Norwood. Everybody else on my team, like, I can't get rid of them. They're just too good. But yeah, Pagoi was there. We had Pringle, which, you know, he's okay. He's a pretty good point guard. But we're pretty point guard heavy on my team. We already got 3 point guards on the team. And the last one we had was Troy Rosario. Those were my reserves: Pingris, LA, Pagoi, Pringle, and Rosario. So yeah, there you go. Alright, T-Squad, there you guys have it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this long awaited video, man. It's going to be a bit of a long video. It's going to be a bitch to edit this shit. But down in the comments, I want you guys to rate my lineup out of 10. Be honest, okay? If you think it's a 1 out of 10, let me know it's a 1 out of 10. If you think if it's a 10 out of 10, let me know it's a 10 out of 10. I want to see how you guys rate my lineup right now. Because I really put some effort into this. Like, that's what I was doing all weekend. I was gonna have a video tomorrow, but I really wanted to just get this video as accurate as possible with the stats and everything I could find and why I'd have players on my team. so that's why, you know, there was no video. So I'm sorry about that. I know I see Monday to Friday videos, but yeah, I was too busy getting this ready. But yeah, she's gonna hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If you guys did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. It really does mean a lot to me. If you want to see me react to videos, you know, because obviously there's no reaction, but if you guys want to see me react to any videos, leave it down in the comment section below, and I will get around to reacting to majority of most of when I can. But either way, T-Squad, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.